The Boy and the River of Good Deeds. In the heart of London, where the River Thames snaked through the city like a silver ribbon, lived a boy named Thomas. At 12, Thomas had a heart as wide as the river itself. He believed in a simple idea his grandmother had taught him, an old saying from her homeland: "Do good and throw it in the river." It meant you should do something kind and then forget about it, letting the good deed flow out into the world without expecting anything back. One blustery Tuesday, Thomas saw Mrs. Higgins from the flat below his, struggling with her groceries. A gust of wind snatched her hat, sending it cartwheeling down the street. Without a second thought, Thomas dashed after it. He leaped over a puddle, dodged a postman, and finally caught the hat just before it sailed into a puddle. He returned it to a very grateful Mrs. Higgins. "Oh, Thomas, you're a lifesaver," she puffed, her cheeks rosy from the cold. "It's nothing," Thomas said with a smile, and like he always did, he imagined tossing the good deed into the river, watching it float away. Another day, while walking through the park, Thomas noticed a man in a smart suit sitting on a bench, looking utterly dejected. His briefcase was open, and papers were scattered around his feet. The man looked like he was about to give up. "Everything all right, sir?" Thomas asked gently. The man, whose name was Mr. Sterling, sighed. "I've lost a very important document. I've been searching for hours." Thomas's sharp eyes scanned the area. He spotted a flash of white paper, peeking out from under a thick bush nearby. It was the missing paper. Mr. Sterling's face lit up with relief. "Young man, I can't thank you enough. How can I repay you?" he asked, pulling out his wallet. Thomas just shook his head. "No need, sir. Glad I could help." And into the river the good deed went. Weeks turned into months, and Thomas continued his quiet acts of kindness. He helped a tourist with directions, shared his lunch with a homeless man, and even rescued a kitten stuck in a tree. Each time, he pictured the good deed as a little paper boat setting sail on the Thames. One afternoon, Thomas was walking past a beautiful old bookshop he had always admired. It had a Help Wanted sign in the window. He loved books more than anything and dreamed of working in a place just like this. He hesitated for a moment, then pushed the door open. The man behind the counter looked up, and Thomas's eyes widened in surprise. It was Mr. Sterling, the man from the park. Mr. Sterling broke into a wide grin. "Well, if it isn't my lucky charm. I never forgot your kindness. In fact, I own this bookshop." Mr. Sterling offered Thomas a job on the spot, helping out after school and on weekends. Thomas was overjoyed. As he stacked books on the shelves, surrounded by the smell of old paper and ink, he realized that sometimes the river of good deeds flows back to you in the most unexpected and wonderful ways.